la mer qu'on voit danser le long des golfes clairs a des reflets d'argent, la mer, des reflets changeants sous la pluie. La mer au ciel d'été confond ses blancs moutons avec les anges si purs. La mer, bergère d'azur infinie.
Kit comes with these cute little washers. This is our Jabsco pump. It's our gray water pump that pumps out from the sink. It's been leaking. We did a little field repair on it to buy us some time to buy the rebuild kit, which came with all the seals and valves necessary to rebuild it from Jabsco. They're expensive pumps, probably twice as expensive as other raw water pumps, but they're very, very nice pumps. They work very well and they're extremely reliable. This one is very old. The field repair went very well. It was very easy to do. So we're going to rebuild this one now that I'll show you the field repair we did. You don't have to worry about what direction you wire them, because it doesn't matter what direction that the pump motor turns. They're just bulletproof, and they last forever. Okay, so this part all comes off. If this is free, this isn't quite out yet. There we go. Hey, it looks like our field repair worked. The reason it wasn't pumping is because it got some hair in it. This is one of the things that we found. We've had to rebuild this pump oftentimes. If a little bit of hair gets in that valve, she won't pump. So, I mean, you're supposed to have a strainer on it, and I don't know where some of this stuff comes from, but we've had to open it up several times.
I found a plastic bag in it even one time.
Yep. So there's the there's the hair. See, that'll prevent it from pumping. Yeah. And so you have to clean all that out.
Good news is we've got replacement pieces that we're just going to replace them with.
Yeah.
Sure, those are fine, but may as well replace them.
I'm getting a little tired of doing this though. Probably gonna this one didn't have a strainer on it like you'd have on a bilge pump. This repair that we made was done with a couple of pieces of Flex Seal. So this little diaphragm right here was torn. Okay, so all we did was we put a piece of Flex Seal on each side of the diaphragm to remake it. And that actually worked really well. Anyway, that replaced this. One of my pet peeves is people over-tightening bolts. This backside is the dampener. It prevents the pump from water hammering. have a boat with 50 years of prior ownership, you never know what's been done to it by who when. Field repairs tend to become permanent, like this little thing. I could have left that in there.
You could have left that for a good long time. Flex Seal's known for being a pretty good,
and then
seal.
Somebody would have pulled it apart 10 years from now and said, what did they do? Why did they do that? Couldn't you just ordered a rebuild kit? Well, problem is, temporary becomes permanent. Looks like this one is actually fine. So, we're gonna renew the entire pump, but we're gonna keep this as a spare. This is a serviceable spare. The rebuild kit comes with these cute little washers. Actually, I don't know if they're washers, I think they're bushings, to be technically correct. And where they go is in here so that you don't crush the rubber. There, they go down in there like that. Okay, so I think the only way to get these in is the hard way. Good luck doing this at sea with the boat rocking. I'm drawing this down much like you would a head gasket. A little bit at a time, not tightening any one of them too tight, just drawing down evenly across. Okay. Now,
This one was here.
there is an input and an output side, but it doesn't really matter which is input and output. It's what you determine to be input and output, right? The pumps are actually labeled an in and an out, but what makes them an in and out is the valve. The direction of the valve is what determines which is input and which is output. So if you want to suck the water in here, then the water has to pass here when it sucks in and then not go back. So that would put this valve here. And this valve, the water has to go in but not back the other way. So each valve goes the opposite direction from each other. And that's how you determine what's in and out. You reverse the valves the other way. There. So now the water will be sucked in here, come out there, go in here, out this way. And these, doesn't matter what direction the motor does, because all the motor does is move this baffle up and down, right? So it sucks water in, pushes it out, sucks it in, pushes it out. The two valves. Suck it in, push it out, suck it in, push it out. lot of play in that old bearing, but it's still serviceable. We're going to keep it. We're getting the two metal pieces on each side. Here it is. The rubber is for this. It's an isolation mount. Sure enough, that's what that is. You're putting a nut on something. If you don't get all the threads into the nut, then it's not as strong. There was an old paper gasket in there, and I'm putting the rubber one in. Like all diaphragm pumps, pumps it up and down, sucks water in and out of the valve. And the nice thing about diaphragm pumps is you can run them dry.